Welcome to Flip TV News. I am Anyela Omolara. News headlines: 15 days emergency fuel supply by FG. Cubana chief priest EFCC to settle out of court. 1 billion naira spent to hire helicopter Sanwo. Now the news and details. As fuel scarcity continues to bite harder in different locations, the federal government says it has begun a 15-day emergency fuel supply to ensure the commodity circulates across the length and breadth of the country. The government also disclosed that vessels importing fuel would continue to berth at the shore to discharge petrol to different depots from where the product would be distributed to different filling stations. The Major Energies Marketer Association of Nigeria, in a statement on Tuesday, said its members in Apapa and other locations in Lagos had been receiving 300 million liters of fuel from 8 vessels this week. This was after the Southwest Regional Coordinators of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Kadoso, confirmed to one of a correspondent that aside from the 240 million liters offloaded at various depots on Monday, close to 85 million liters of petrol were offloaded. On Wednesday, the queue at the filling stations were yet to subside, even as Nigerians celebrated May Day. It was also observed that roads in Ogun State, Lagos, and others were deserted as vehicles lined up in filling stations to buy fuel. Some individuals said they had parked their vehicle till fuel is available. Also, the few filling stations where the fuel was available sold at prices considered to be too exorbitant. But Cardoso, according to reports, insisted that the product would soon be available, stating the government was doing its best to ensure massive distribution of PNS. Cardoso disclosed that more vessels would keep arriving in Nigeria for 2 weeks, starting from last Monday. This is said would include continuous contribution of petrol to filling stations. According to him, each state of the Federation has its allocation, saying the same will be delivered to reduce the queues at the filling stations. He said the masses should not panic as each state has its allocation for fuel to be delivered accordingly. Meanwhile, many residents of Ogun State on Wednesday resorted to trekking from one place to the other as fuel scarcity continued to take its toll on Nigerians. This was because transport fares skyrocketed following the fuel crisis. It was reported that more filling stations closed shops and commercial drivers were unable to access petrol. Some residents resorted to trekking while many stayed at home, as earlier stated. Also, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and celebrity barman Pascal Okechukwu, popularly known as Cubana chief priest, have reached an agreement to resolve the Naira abuse charge outside of court. The out-of-court settlement was disclosed when the proceedings resumed on Thursday. Cubana chief priest appeared before Justice Kehinde Ogundare, facing 3 counts related to abusing the national currency at a social gathering. These actions are in violation of the Central Bank Act of 2007. Finally, the 2023 governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Lagos State, Gbadebo Road-Favour, has accused the state governor Babajide Sanwo of spending a lot on helicopter service in 1 month. Road-Favour said Sanwo spent 1 billion naira plus on helicopter charter service in April 2024. He stated this in a post shared on his X handle on Tuesday. He added that the governor spent 512 million on the same service in July and August 2023. In April 2022 alone, the Lagos state government spent 1 billion naira plus on helicopter charter service for Mr. Governor's regular traveling. In July and August 2023, it spent 512 million on the same helicopter, Vivo stated. He questioned why the state would allocate nearly 2 billion naira in 3 months for helicopter charter service for the governor, while some areas in the state still lack access to clean water. He further queried why Lagos should spend close to 2 billion in just 3 months transporting the governor in a private helicopter when most parts of his primary constituency in Lagos Island do not have portable water running from their taps. Speaking further, Rotsvaver stated that 1.2 billion naira could pay 1,000 teachers 100,000 naira monthly for a year. He said a government led by him would use drone instead of helicopters for project supervision to save the state resources. Roosevelt government will use drone as opposed to helicopter for project supervision as earlier said. This will save the state funds that will be put towards human capital development. 1.2 billion naira used to pay 1,000 teachers 100,000 monthly for a year, he said, will bring the country close to the goal of achieving the best public, primary and secondary school education system in the country. Stay with us for more news update. I am Anyela Omolara.